Good morning, Silicon Valley. Welcome you to join me for this very special interview, Dr. Fang. Dr. Fang founded Afficient Academy 4 years ago. And then you have a very successful company emerged by Cadence. That's a very famous EDA company. A lot of people know that, right? But later on, you decided to join the industry of education. You have any story that you want to share with us?
Sure, Maggie.
For this turning point, I would say. Yes.
So Afficient Academy is in education, particularly in K-12 space, for elementary, middle, and high school education. So I have 3 children, and start from they are very young. I've been very pay attention to their educations, and just like many parents, and realize the traditional school education is not sufficient. And why is it not sufficient? Because they cannot address individual needs very well.
Okay.
So some students, they may have the holes, and they need to fill in those holes so they can keep up with the class. Some students, they have extra capacity and extra time. They want to go ahead of the schedule, and so they have to
wait other people to catch up.
They are held back by the class. And some students, they have individual questions, but the class cannot, the teacher cannot just spend the time for those individuals. So they have to take care of the whole class. So because of that, just like many parents, we send our kids to after-school programs. So we have many after-school programs, online and offline. So for my 3 kids, I also tried many online and offline programs.
Wow.
And what I found is for the after-school learning centers, they still use the old-fashioned worksheet and workbook style, and they can address individual needs because the individual has different worksheet and workbooks. However, they have not utilized the current technologies and to analyze and to manage the student learning process. So the efficiency is very low.
Okay.
And I tried to look at the various learning centers, but to my surprise, almost all learning centers have not used the modern technologies to improve the learning efficiency. On the other hand, there's various online programs. They use computers. However, they have 2 main shortcomings. And one is there's no supervision. Okay, so student cannot keep up with the class. The second is there's no advising. So if you self-learn, if you are stuck and there's no sufficient resource to...
Nobody can ask.
Yeah, nobody can ask to get out of the difficulties. And so I realized this is a very important subject, and many people need those education tools. However, the current existing offers are not good enough. So I believe using technologies and together with the supervision of teachers, we can improve the education substantially. So that's why I founded the Afficient Academy to develop the programs incorporating modern technologies.
And you have founded the company for 4 years, right? And can you tell us, like, during this 4 years, you really reached your goal? If we talk about the dream, probably is the well, you still have a kind of a milestone you want to reach, right?
Excellent question. So you have a dream, you may not get a product which really fulfill the goals. And the company founded about 4.5 years ago. So after founding the company, I formed the group, the content group, and also the software groups. So we get it together.
So you have engineers and you have people to design the curriculum for you.
That's right.
Okay.
So the content team we need to get is we get a group of people which has a very rich experience on the teaching and also the content development, and also have the idea of how to use the technologies to illustrate or articulate various ideas. Okay, and so we start to release our product start from grade 2 since 2015. So it's about 3 years. So in these 3 years, we continually to polish and our product, and through our student result, actually, I'm very happy to see that the original, the ideas, the objectives, actually they are all achieved. So we can use the computer technologies to individualize, to address individuals' needs, and the learning efficiency and the quality is much improved. And when people start our program, we first give them a diagnostic test, and to build a foundation by reviewing their previously learned materials. And typically it takes about 1 to 3 months to fulfill the reviewing of all the previous materials, so to fill the holes. I think this is a very valuable part because if they do not fill the holes, they get more and more difficult in the future. And also after filling the holes, they take about, in average, take about 1 to 4 months to complete each grade year. So the learning efficiency can be 3 to 4 times to even 10 times faster than the school. And also computer control the quality of the learning. The computer knows how well you have mastered all the skills until you fully master all the grade and typically reach A+, then you can finish that grade. So both the quality and the efficiency can be much improved.
Right. I think Dr. Fang have already touched upon about like solid foundation. You build up a solid foundation to use the technology, right? And my question is like, it's pretty much like motivation. Okay. Right now we teach like a so different generation compared to the times that I studied. Okay. And we use a technology, we use a computer to help them. You see that they feel more motivated, they become more motivated?
I think they will be more motivated and much more engaged. Because you imagine if you as a workbook or worksheet, when you do the problems, you do not know whether they are correct or incorrect. And you may have a doubt in some of the problems, you think they may be wrong. But you do not know whether they are wrong, so you keep doing. So in that status, then the exercise, doing the problem, become boring, become uninteresting. So in our program, and once you submit the answer,
they compete with each other sometimes.
Well, they may.
They may.
So the high performance people, we list them, and they compete with each other to be the top performer of the week. All these things. But when they get wrong, they know immediately they know and they need to correct them. So it's very interactive with the student and very engaging with the student. And we also, everything is measured, and what is your completion rate and what is your work has been completed. And parents also know that, and they can supervise or monitor the student progress and encourage students. So I think it's, compared to the old-fashioned approach, this is much more motivating and much more engaged.
So I think you're talking about the curriculum from K to 12, right? So it's not like a very extra things you want them to do. It's pretty much like a school things, I would say, right?
So our program is a program for the math program is called Afficient Math. That's targeting for the starting from grade 2 to the high school, grade 11 and grade 12. So we designed to address the needs according to U.S. standards, address all the requirements for each grade.
So you're not so you're not emphasize like very tough math, right? Very difficult math.
So we're not emphasizing the one beyond the school requirement.
The kids.
The other school requirement. We help people to learn better.
I'm having trouble understanding right now. Please try a little.
Oh, we have a Alexa or Google, right? That's fine. That's called the AI stuff.
Okay.
So we can continue.
Okay. Yeah. So what we are addressing is the program. The target is to let people to learn, to master all the required the knowledge of each grade level. So to help them to learn the school material better and to achieve better results in the school.
This really give me a peace of mind, because sometimes we don't really want to push our kids to learn too much or let them feel too much pressure on learning, right? But since your program is really it's really based on the school requirements, so they are not doing too much extra stuff, but help them to build up the very good foundation. So my another question, like kids may complain, I'm not interested in math, or oh, I'm not going to be a engineer, or I'm not interested in computer science. Why I have to learn math?
Yeah. So our course materials are the school requirement. So the school require them to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So even they don't like it, I think the math is a very important subject. They need to
train your logical thinking, huh?
Yeah,
Sorry.
to improve to train their logic thinking and the data handling, and so that they are all the required skills they need to have, and so this is no matter what you do in the future, and the math, the logic thinking, and the skills are frequently used even besides engineering, besides the science and the social science, economics, and everything which need many mathematical skills.
Yeah.
And these are the skills identified by the U.S. standards need to master by every people. So, and even they don't, it's not their favorite subject, but they have to take the course, and they want to still go to a good school to take their interest. So they need to have a good school results. So this program helps them to understand and master and learn well, so that they have a good results. Not only have a good skill, a good result in the school, so they can fulfill their dreams.
Yeah, that's very, very awesome ideas. Yeah, and I have not really introduced Dr. Fang. Dr. Fang actually graduated from Tsinghua University in China. It's very, very, very good college, and then UC is Ph.D. in UC Berkeley, and then he holds like 7 patents. Wow, and it has to be a professor at UC Santa Cruz, right? What did you teach?
Yeah, teach electrical engineering. Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. So we always say that, well, if you found a need that you think the kids or consumer need something that is not exist, and then you start to invent, right? And my final questions will be market strategy. We all know right now we talk a lot about the technology using in education. We call it educational technology. You are in part of this industry. So how are you gonna to lead the Afficient Academy to a really, really big market scale?
Okay, so we expand our markets through several ways. One is through the physical learning centers.
Right.
And each community we establish learning centers so that people can drop their kids to study there.
Right.
Mostly the people study at home, and as long as you have internet, you can do that. And you go to the learning centers because if you have questions, or if you go to the learning centers, the teacher will observe how you do it. They find issues, they can help you. And so that's one way is through the physical learning centers. Can be our own company-owned learning centers or franchise learning centers.
Oh, franchise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also
long distance learning, right?
Also for the students who cannot reach our physical learning centers, you can sign up for our remote programs. So for any students sign up for our remote program, we'll have a designated teacher work with them.
Oh, still online, they can talk.
They can talk online.
Okay.
And the teacher observes their progress and identify there some issues, and they can first start with email, and they can further make appointment with each other to have the video sessions and to resolve any issues.
Right. Wow, that is very awesome. Yeah, and then well, this is almost the final days of the year of 2018. So now we just congratulate your milestones and hope you and your business very, very prosperous for next year.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.